Hey there, my name is Pravus, and welcome to more Europa Universalis 4 Lion of the North, playing as Sweden plus Norway, and no longer Novgorod because I ate them, but they were very tasty, so I feel good about myself for that. I did increase the size of the UI, you might notice, because I forget that a lot of you guys do watch videos on mobile. That's the thing, like, I never do, so I don't even think about it. This all looks too big to me. But for you guys, you know what? Fair enough. All right, so we have a couple of goals right now. Mainly, we want to continue eating Denmark so we can finish out some more of my missions. That's going to be very important to go for this. We also would like to make a push down along the German coastline. Now, attacking Volgast over here is not very advisable since they are allied to Poland. However, Lübeck does seem like a decent enough option. I do think they have a small trade league, but they're already allied to their trade members, so I mean, it's not like it's adding anything new on here. The real trick is that we'll be fighting against the Emperor. The Emperor, however, is not Austria this game. It is Hesse, who is allied to Bohemia, Lorraine, Mainz, Rothenburg, Goslar, and Berg. So a lot of small nations, but the thing is, small nations are scarier than they used to be. Remember there was a time when they used to only have like 2 troops each and they disbanded almost their entire force limit? Yeah, not anymore. Now they actually hold on to a lot of their troops, so this can add up. If I can bring Poland into the relationship, fighting the Emperor seems completely viable to me. Alternatively, we could try to join the HRE, but like, I don't know about that. But this has to be an area we go, and while we're fighting Lübeck, that might be an opportunity to fight against Volgast. And what I would probably want to do if I can is actually vassalize both of these folks so I can own the entirety of the German coastline of the Baltics without getting all of the unlawful territory, and then I annex them at my leisure. But of course, that would take up a lot of my diplomatic relations. Speaking of relations, the other thing we're worried about is Poland. Now, we found out in the last video that there is a mission for us to basically get a PU over Poland and Lithuania, you know, through war, if I can get my heir successfully on the throne. So I have to play the elective monarchy game. Now, this is going to be a little bit tricky, and we're not going to get it for a while. The reason being, from what I can read, there's not really a way to cheese this per se, but there are modifiers that improve your odds of making this work. So if we have high relations with Poland and high diplomatic reputation, apparently those two things increase your likelihood of gaining an electoral vote, right? Someone votes for you every month. And you ultimately want to have the most. Poland, in the meantime, can sack their legitimacy to get 5 more votes anytime they want. So if they're desperate, they can absolutely just continue sacking their legitimacy to stay on the throne here. But I don't think they'll mind having me as an heir. I just have to get my diplomatic reputation high. That's not going to be easy in a situation where I just annexed a subject and lost 3. So we're not going to be getting this for at least a while. But we can continue trying to build it up and just sort of see what happens. To that extent, I don't mind swapping over to a Diplo Rep Advisor, even if he is more expensive. We've got some money to go around with that. Let's try to boost that up, and let's just see. Yeah, now I have a 15% chance instead of 10. So that one extra Diplo Rep just gave me 5% more likelihood of gaining a vote. So if I get 3 more back, we'll be up to getting a 30% chance of gaining a vote every month. Yeah, there's a chance within a generation or 2 that we're going to be able to find a way to take out Poland, and that would be fan-flippin-tastic. Let's go ahead and start spying on Lübeck for a bit. Now, the one problem I've got with this whole thing we're doing here with Poland is mainly that I'm going to tie up a diplomat for the foreseeable future. Aw, man. It's going to be a while, so that sucks. But, you know, whatever. It just is what it is. Cav cost reduction, not really a huge deal, but I guess I'll take the envoy travel time. We're about to get some vassal force limit contribution. That will be unbelievably good if I can take Poland and Lithuania as personal unions, plus have, you know, a couple other vassals here and there. Then I really will get an absolute ton of extra vassal force limit. Plus, we like the unjustified demands. That makes it easier to win some wars. But anything I can do to boost up that Diplo rep, if we're having trouble getting into Poland, will be helpful. It will also be good for my eventual goal of playing the HRE game, becoming the Protestant emperor, and trying to pass all of the reforms, right? That's something we're supposed to do. So honestly, it's weird, but I may not be going for very many military idea groups in this particular run. We probably need to get things like diplomatic ideas, maybe even espionage. I know it's crazy to think that, but like, maybe? Plus, administrative ideas would go really well with the influence ideas at some point. So I feel like diplomatic, administrative, and humanist, or maybe religious, one of the two, would be really good. Trade is usually something I like. That would be 4 more idea groups gone. That doesn't leave me much for the military. So I'm not sure yet. Diplo, admin, Maybe humanist or religious. I still want to get quality because we have another achievement we need where I need extra, what was it, infantry combat ability for my special units someday. So we need to get that, so that's number 3. Yeah, there's a few things we need to do here. Normally, you like going for like 4 or 5 military ID groups, maybe 4, but I don't think that's gonna happen this particular game. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be very, very different, but that's okay with me. All right, anything else we need to build right now? I've got some money. I could build up more troops. I could build another church. That gets me some papal influence. Don't need much in the way of trade over there right now. Yeah, I guess we can get a little bit more tax base. Overall, though, workshops are still more valuable to me. Let's mothball some forts. I don't feel like I need to be spending all the money on that. This one, for some reason, is marked as something to always leave on. We don't have rebels, so I don't know why that's the case. Let's go ahead and turn that off. And otherwise, we're looking okay. So I'm trying to get myself a spy network against Lubeck just so I have the option to go to war with them at some point. It doesn't have to be this exact moment, but at some point. I'm not going to take the next idea for the advisors. I want to first get myself another round of admin tech. We are now going to be ahead of time. Bada boom. All right, extra governing capacity. Don't need it this second, but it's still always nice to have. The Act of Uniformity. Well, when my state religion changes, this goes away. We do, unfortunately, have a lot of provinces to convert. I hate having extra money, but money is just kind of whatever it is. Let's just go for it. Let's start boosting up our missionaries so we can actually burn through this fast and get these Orthodox converted. Though, truth be told, how good is that going to be at some point? We're going to flip to Protestant pretty much as soon as I have the option. All right, so we finished with all that. Stettin allied with Denmark. Do not care. We can go for another mission. I would like to be seizing some lands, but I guess let's go ahead and set up a mission first and then see what we can get. So Stockholm base tax, Ottomans like me, or get a workshop. I'm gonna be building workshops anyway at some point. What the heck is this? Look at that province name. That ain't a thing. What is this nonsense? Let's see some land. Okay, I think that's actually Novgorod. Yep, it is. Hey, Paradox! You want to fix this a little bit? This seems wrong! Yeah, that's messed up. Oh, forget the church there for a second. Let's just go ahead and build the workshop. We'll come back to churches later and stuff. Yeah, a little fun mess up here. So you know how a lot of provinces change names? When different cultures take over them? Novgorod's one of them. Apparently that's Swedish. That's not Horky-Borky at all. That's... that ain't any language. That's its own thing. So we're up to 10 votes right now compared to Poland's 16. I mean, we're catching up pretty quick with 15% chance. Who knows? I'm just looking for my opportunity, man. I'm just looking for an opportunity. I would love to get more allies, believe it or not. More allies who I eventually could use against Poland would be ideal. Who doesn't like Poland? The Ottomans don't? I don't feel like my odds of getting a relationship with the Ottomans are very good. Who else, though? Muscovy's an absolute no. Castile hates me. Austria is probably not. I want to have an extra ally just so I have someone who can help me against Poland. Because I don't know if you've noticed, Poland plus Lithuania are stronger than I am right now. I mean, we'll see how long it's... Oh, I'm taking attrition. Hold on. Go over here, please. I don't know how long it's going to stay that way. I can train up a few more troops, and if we keep pushing, aggressively in a few places, we'll be fine, but yeah. Royal marriage with England, sure, seems fine. Convert more of these Orthodox, sure, why not? Get that religious unity back up there, please, and thank you. Can create a couple more states, yeah. I guess we could do that, yeah. Don't gain a ton from this, but... Yeah, okay. Centralized state, probably not. Concentrated development, no. Oh, right, I'm sorry, hold on, I forgot. We annexed Novgorod. These are free states. This is free real estate, bud. Right. Yes, of course, duh. I forget that these are things sometimes, okay? There's a lot to pay attention to in this game. All right. So as far as claims go, a claim on Lubeck proper is obviously the best. Owning Lubeck is something... Whoop! We're fighting Muscovy again. Okay. Well, I'm gonna help with that because I don't want to lose the relationship with Poland. I need to keep that relationship nice and strong. Them taking territory isn't ideal, but it's also not a huge problem for me. If I do take Poland, Lithuania, it ends up being more power for me at some point. So that's kind of okay temporarily. Anyways, let's get our troops in position. They're taking over Pskov. Whatever. Again, I wanted that for myself, but like, okay. It's not like I claimed it or anything. I didn't exactly mark it as like a point of interest, so I can't really be mad. Anyway, let's go for a siege of Muscovy, which it looks like my friends are helping with right now. We'll just go ahead and move around here once in a while. We'll just go move, blah, blah. We got cannons, so this should go kind of fine. Honestly, this UI improvement is starting to hurt my head because for me at least, some of these numbers are a little on the blurry and stretch side. It might look good for you guys. It might be better for you guys. I don't know. All I can say is it looks weird for me. I can barely see that there's a minus sign in front of that. Barely tell, yo. Hi, Polotskian separatists. I'm not gonna help against that. You guys can go have fun, though. We have an extra diplomat doing nothing at the moment. We've got maxed out relations with Poland. We're up to 13 votes, by the way. We're not as far off as you might think. I'm probably not gonna be able... Bohemia went Hussite? Nice. I'm probably not gonna be able to get Bohemia on my side. We might be able to do something with Austria. Let's start boosting with them and just see if there's a way that we can snag some sort of an alliance. I mean, these guys have too many diplomatic relations. I don't know why, given that surely no one is, allying to them since they're not the emperor. But they're probably trying to ally with other people trying to re-become the emperor. I don't know, it's just kind of Austria things, it's what they do. Let's fabricate another claim over here on Rostock, just so I have that option. And then we need to start spying on Vulgas, so I have a pocket CB to use against them. Lose stability? I really would rather not, so no. Hey, by the way, I'm gonna check something. War taxes cost me nothing, first off. I have heard that it accidentally increases your military power gain. I don't know if they patched this. Let's just see at the end of the month. Doesn't look like it does anything. Okay. Yeah, for a little while at least, instead of -2, it was like +2 by accident. So glad to see that that appears to have been fixed. Anyway, Volgast, hi, how you doing there? I desire and coveteth your lands very badly, so you are going to give them to me. That's how this works. Anything else we want to build? Not really. I think I'd rather start saving some money and just build up a war chest. Pskov, you know what? Go ahead. Noble rebels. Let Poland, Lithuania deal with them or something. It's fine. Hamburg rivals Denmark. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Vassal force limit contribution sounds good, and now we have unjustified demands, which means that it's gonna be a lot easier to take a lot more stuff in the war, even if I don't have as much war score. And that might even include the subjugation casus belli at some point. We're up to 14 votes now, by the way, compared to their 18. We're not that far behind. Brandenburg has an advantage, but that's only because my diplomatic reputation sucks. So by 1504, in 6 years, my diplo rep's gonna jump up. Now, we could actually use some papal influence to boost this up now. I don't feel like I need to do this yet. My odds of getting Poland this generation don't feel very strong. But it's not impossible. It could happen. Hey, Poland, thank you for killing Pskov. That's what I was looking for. All right. Always nice to be able to have a buddy take all the penalties for my rebellions. It's like doing stupid things and being a tyrant with no consequences. Because you got another punching bag to do all the heavy lifting. It's great. We love it. A helping hands. Great project upgrade cost. Yeah, we've talked about that before, and I don't think right now it pays for itself. I have heard, by the way, that if you play with the new Lubeck mission tree, there's some weird stuff you can do where you can move your capital to Dalaskugan over here, right? Dalaskugan, whatever you say. And you can change, apparently, the trade good to gold, which does stack up with the local goods produced, so you can get +9 on gold and make a ridiculous amount of money. Now, I'm gonna posit that if you leave the development mostly alone, that's not as good as copper. Reason being, copper will ultimately be kind of worth the same amount, at least when this is low dev, I think. Plus, in addition to the production income you get, you'll also get a trade good. I don't think gold adds a trade good. Therefore, I think that copper is technically better at low development. I suspect there's a break point where if you dev this up to, let's say, 20 diplo power or something like that, the gold ends up being better. I'm sure that's true, but yeah, at least for a little bit, I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe it is better to stick around with the copper for a while. I lost my general. Dang it, they all just die on me. Every time I start falling in love with someone, they die. It's like watching Gone with the Wind all over again. And the older people among you, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. I have, my dad loves to tell a story about Gone with the Wind. When I was a kid, we had a tradition growing up, right? And that tradition was basically on New Year's Eve, we would watch some sort of an old movie. Some sort of like, like black and white, like Casablanca, those kinds of things, but sometimes just something old. One year there was Gone with the Wind. And, ooh, aggressive expansion impact will be very nice. I sat through that very calmly as a child. For a good long while, I sat through that. And then you get to the halfway point and you realize there's an intermission. And at that point, as a child, I apparently went ballistic. I'm like, are you crazy? This is only halfway done? This is the stupidest movie I've ever seen. The plot is so painfully predictable. Oh, look at these people. They're starting to get happy. They're falling in love. Everything might be all right, and someone dies. And it just does that again and again. And for the second half of the movie, I did nothing but heckle it. And continue to point, and by the way, I should point out, I'm like maybe 12, 13 at this point. But I correctly was pointing out, for the second half of the movie, look, they're happy, everything might be okay, someone's gonna die. And then, sure enough, someone always kicked the bucket. It was so ridiculous. I hate that movie. Absolutely hate it. Anyway, hey, look at this. Brandenburg is currently in position to take the throne of Poland. I am on the same number of votes as they am, and I am just above Poland. So if I get lucky, it's not impossible for me to get my claim on Poland this time. Now, if I'm not strong enough to take them on, I'm not sure if we wanted to take that mission or not. Maybe that works, maybe it doesn't, but something to consider. All right, so getting Austria on my side is not looking very good. Is there anyone else I could take as an ally, just temporarily to help me beat down Poland? Not really, and there's no one strong in the HRE. Lübeck and Wolgast, interestingly, would love a relationship with me, but yeah, that's not all looking good. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get another ally. I think if I fight Poland and Lithuania, I'm gonna have to find a way to do it mostly alone. Unless I can get, my buddy England to do something. We should probably curry some favors with these guys. Yeah, get some favors up. Maybe we can find a way to get some reasons with them to actually join me in a war. I think I'm kind of done helping you with this, by the way, Poland. I feel like you've gotten everything you want out of this arrangement. I'm going home. Screw you guys, I'm going home. In fact, not actually a bad time to go ahead and kill Hesse. That said, fighting against all these guys without Poland's help doesn't look great. I still think my original plan of attacking Lübeck first and then calling in Poland-Lithuania and then fighting Wolgast makes a lot more sense. I still want Poland-Lithuania to do a lot of the punching for me. Cheaper ships, nice. All right, well, let's just sort of see what happens here. No, don't go there, we're good. Yeah, so Brandenburg's up to 22 votes now. Them having that extra 5% chance is adding up. They're getting lucky. I really think that once I get up to 30% chance of getting votes, I got this in the bag. I really do. Innovativeness, religious unity, I don't really care that much, if I'm honest. New general, please. First off, what can my ruler and heir do? Karl Vasa, blah, blah, blah. All right. Created general, please. Ooh, that's some shock value and a half. I like it. Hey, Denmark, when are we done? 1502? In actually 2 years, I'll be able to go kill you. Again with this great project thing. Can you guys stop it? What if I don't want to do this? All right? Maybe no means no. Have you considered that? That maybe I said no the first time and you should respect that. Protestant Reformation begins! Wait a minute, it begins in Poland? Well, hello, that's interesting. So you're telling me that I can swap over to Protestant right now? I do kind of want to do that. If we're going to, though, we should find a way to use up my papal influence first. Actually, I don't remember if this does anything. Yeah, this gets removed I think that used to be like a couple of years ago, you could pop this button and then swap religion, it was fine. I don't think that's true anymore. It says here the modifier gets removed. So I could do something like, let's say, get some mercantilism, but that's it. If I stayed Catholic, we might be able to use this to try and get Poland, but I really think we're gonna be able to do it without. So what I'm hearing here is I should consider swapping to Protestantism in a minute, but first, build one more church so I get 3 more papal influence, so I have just enough to buy 3 levels of mercantilism and then end it. That's what I'm hearing here. Oh, the voice crack. Lose a core on Kola. Cede it to Norway. Kola? I mean, I don't really see why I would do this. I'm just gonna take the prestige. Question of rights. Cede something. Oh, take something from Norway. Nah. No. Let's not peeve off Norway twice in a row. That's very mean-spirited. 2 events in a row to screw over Norway? Nah. They're my little vassal buddy. We are friends, not enemies. Let's get ourselves a couple extra cannons going, by the way. I feel like we might as well. All right, so you're still not done with your dang war, huh? You want to finish up here, Poland, please? Thank you. There we go. They finished up there. Thank you. All right. So you took a shocking amount of territory here, plus Pskov. You're not feeding anything to Lithuania, which is interesting. You're taking it all for yourself. This is some serious border gore. You know how I feel about border gore, all right? Not a fan. So I want to kill Denmark. I don't think I need to go to war against Lubeck yet. I think I can hold off on that. Hesse, once again, is the emperor. Austria, you're not that far off on being willing to help me here. They have a neutral attitude. I can try to encourage that to flip by manually swapping this to say, hey, I'm friendly to you. Maybe you should be friendly to me? But yeah, how are we doing on votes? We're now 3 behind. Brunswick is now the front runner. Okay, somehow I'm down to only 13. The improved relations needs to stay up to 200 for a bit longer here. All right. They want money. All right. No, Brandenburg. Brandenburg's not gonna do anything important. Not for a bit. Reichsreform, okay. That's honestly fine. This is the one I think we need to do in order to do our achievement, right? No, this one, revoke the privilegia. There we go. Okay, so centralization is what we have to do. All right, so him making progress and reforms is fine. That doesn't hurt me right now. Austria actually has a chance of going for the emperorship again. Yeah, I do not want to fight against an Austria with the emperor. I'd much rather fight a small little Hesse with the emperor. That's a much better deal for me, you know what I mean? All right, so we've maxed out with Poland. For some reason, we can't get back up to 200. They want my provinces. Why would you do this? No, like really though, why would you do this? Okay, how many favors I got with you? 51, wow. Okay, well, let's see, truce ends in about a year. Yeah, let's just sit tight. I know it sounds good and all, to like, just go to war nonstop, but the Trade League, it disbanded, interesting. Denmark converted, okay. So I can pop this twice. Come on, give me another church. Let's finish this up. I want to become Protestant, dang it. Where are the centers of Reformation? Okay, so we've missed out, I think, on the boat as far as getting one for ourselves, but there's 3 pretty close to me. There's a good chance that we're going to start swapping over anyway. Plus, we're going to get like that religious zeal and start converting really aggressively for a bit, so there's that. There's not much point in converting anyone right now because they're just going to go to Catholic. Oh, that's the 52 I needed. Perfect. All right. So let's go ahead and swap over to Protestantism. Okay. And begin the conversion. Okay, so active uniformity, we can get this again. Advancement of Religion Act, sure. And dissolution of the monasteries. For taxes? Stability cost? Yeah, all right. Okay, so we lose our state emissary stuff, but that's all right. Institution spread, we're still a little bit ahead of time. I'll go ahead and pick that up. So this should speed up my ability to get things like the printing press, when that eventually does fire off, which is going to be a little while still. But that'll be a thing. So, has anything changed as far as potential allies now? No. Who else is converted to Protestantism? Not much. Honestly, Bohemia would be a great ally if they weren't allied to the Emperor. Do you have a new mission? We can do one. Let's take a look. Stockholm Protestant. Yeah, I plan on doing that. That's fine. Mulhouse? Nah, we'll go for the pastors. I like, by the way, that it's the pastors now, not the clergy. That's pretty cool. Hey, let's real quick stop drilling, because I'm going to seize a bit more land and get up to that 30% modifier I'm looking for, and we're probably going to have some burger problems. Borgor. Let's go ahead and activate the forts just in case. It may not be a big deal, but let's be ready for it. And seize some land. Boom. Okay, Swedish particularists all fired off to the east. Great. That's fine, though, because the important thing is I'm above the 30%, so I got rid of a bunch of malices, and I like that better. We could do more stuff with the pastors, or I could actually start removing some stuff, but, like, why? Do I gain anything from that? Missionary strength, the religious culture? Yeah, but that gives them a load of influence. No, no, no. Monopoly on wool? We could just start getting some mercantilism farmed out this way, I guess. I like this a little bit. We'll pass this just to get some extra missionary strength so we go even faster on some stuff now. But yeah, it's gonna be very important that we get things like... Oh, there's colonialism. Very important that we get things like Stockholm converted quick. That'll only take 8 months. My big problem is I only have 1 missionary, which is obviously not much. Columbian exchange. How exciting for you. Can we get here real quick, split? Have you guys just go and kill off a couple small groups. Take advantage of the ignorance and gain some money. You know, once in a while, greed is a good thing. Turns out. Who would have guessed? All right, so we'll kill off these particularists, no problem. We've finished a conversion already. Let's go for Stockholm next, finish out our mission, make the pastors happy. Again, I just think that's great. And get you guys down over here. And it has nothing to do with the bias because I was raised by a Protestant pastor myself. You know, no bias there at all. Still no good allies. Man, I got a wasted relationship slot available and I can't do anything with it until I take some vassals. Which we'll be able to do, but still. All right, let's get back in position because by the time we get down over here, I think it's gonna be time to go to war against Denmark. I'm losing a lot of money at the moment, which I don't love at all. But 'tis what 'tis. Let's get down over here and deal with these guys. I'm gonna eat pretty much everything if I can. Pretty much everything. There's the troops of Denmark over a little early. I thought it was November. Apparently not. All right, so I don't really feel like I need to call in any buds here. I feel like this is fine. I'm gonna take Ostjylland for myself, obviously. I guess I could call in Brandenburg. No, wait, we need to call in No, we don't. No, we don't. That's against Lübeck. Never mind. We could call in Brandenburg, just for fun to go deal with the other little guys for me. Yeah, all right. Send our superior navy over here, make sure we don't have any issues. Hi guys, I'm coming for your capital now. All right, we've completed the mission. We get a really good Inquisitor who's cheap. Now see, that sounds pretty sweet, doesn't it? However, I'm already kind of at a deficit. So I'm not sure that that's worth it super good to me right now, but maybe it is. Let's continue working on the provinces worth the most religious unity, because that's what we need to get down before absolutely anything else right now. Now, we could, if I want to be really crazy, go over here and swap edicts, because we don't care about the autonomy change. Let's swap over to a missionary edict and start aggressively converting some provinces bit by bit. That'll help a little bit. I'm gonna split the navy and just go ahead and start raiding a lot of different coasts. I think that'll help a smidge. Could go ahead of time on tech. It's exciting, but probably not. I would like to swap a focus at some point, probably. I guess the admin focus is kind of what I want. Still kind of works. So we're working toward that monthly war exhaustion, which is going to be great, more free policies, and then advisor cost reduction. All of which is nice, and then yearly absolutism and stability cost modifier, okay? Had to renew a loan, unfortunately, but that's fine. Looks like Brandenburg has come to kill. Thank you. No, wow, that was impressive, actually. They just freaking went for it. Ha! That's great. Hey, Dithmartian, how are you involved in this? Oh, you hired off some troops. Got it. Okay, that all makes sense. We've converted some heretics. All right, you know what? Since we're making use of this policy, though, let's go ahead and just start converting all these people as aggressively as we can in this state, and then we can swap over an edict later. I'm just gonna do this state by state where I think I have the most development in order to boost things up a little bit. All right, so basically, Norway has, excuse me? No, mine, Norway, no. We're gonna finish these guys off. I'm gonna try to kill Denmark completely. That's gonna finish off an important mission for us. Then it's gonna be a matter of figuring out how we're gonna take out these coasts so we can start working our way down over here. And then I have no idea how we're gonna do the land of the Prussians. It's gonna be a while until I have full control over here in Poland. But honestly, now that I understand how this all works, like, we're doing pretty good. Why are you angry with me now? Neighboring heretic religion. Oh, that would be a problem, wouldn't it? Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.